The Lord is asking us the very same thing. Don't you remember what happened in the past? How He provided that breakthrough? Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Duen Sanduri, and here on YouTube I share faith-based content, including powerful revelations from God, personal testimonies, and I even sprinkle in some lifestyle content. New episodes drop every other Thursday, so if this is something you are interested in, please be sure to subscribe, and I'd love to welcome you on the journey. So in today's episode, we are talking all about the power of remembering. For some reason, I, like many of you, tend to forget what God has already done and how He is still moving in my life. It's something I've been personally wrestling with, and the Lord has been bringing it to my attention. So I felt led to share, hoping that it would encourage you as well. Our scripture for today comes from 2 Chronicles verses 14 to 16, which highlights the life of King Asa. In 2 Chronicles 14, we read that Asa becomes king after the death of his father, Abijah. And Asa does what's good and right in the Lord's eyes. Asa removes foreign altars, high places, sacred stones, and Asherah stones, and commands Judah to seek the Lord and to obey His laws. Because of his faithfulness, Judah experiences peace for 10 years. And Asa uses the time to fortify cities and to build up the kingdom's defenses. Then sometime later, Zerah, the Cushite, comes against Judah with a vast army, which leads Asa to cry out to God for help. I wanted to take a close look at how God moved on Asa's behalf. 2 Chronicles 14 verse 11 to 15 reads, Then Asa cried out to the Lord his God, O Lord, no one but you can help the powerless against the mighty. Help us, O Lord, our God, for we trust in you alone. It is in your name that we have come against this vast horde. O Lord, you are our God. Do not let mere man prevail against you. So the Lord defeated the Ethiopians in the presence of Asa and the army of Judah, and the enemy fled. Asa and his army pursued them as far as Gerar, and many Ethiopians fell and were unable to rally. They were destroyed by the Lord and His army, and the army of Judah carried off a vast amount of plunder. While they were at Gerar, they attacked all the towns in the area, and terror from the Lord came upon the people there. As a result, a vast amount of plunder was taken from these towns too. They also attacked the camps of the herdsmen and captured many sheep, goat, and camels before finally returning to Jerusalem. Asa did not only receive victory, he also received a large amount of goods and resources. He was even victorious against all the villages around Gerar. He gained a lot of loot from the towns they plundered, and they captured a large number of sheep and camels. Now in 2 Chronicles 15, the Spirit of God comes upon Azariah, the prophet, who delivered this message to King Asa. 2 Chronicles 15 verse 1 to 4 reads, Then the Spirit of God came upon Azariah, son of Obed, and he went out to meet King Asa as he was returning from battle. Listen to me, Asa, he shouted. Listen to all the people of Judah and Benjamin. The Lord would stay with you as long as you stay with Him. Whenever you seek Him, you will find Him. But if you abandon Him, He will abandon you. For a long time, Israel was without a true God, without a priest to teach them, and without the law to instruct them. But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought Him, they found Him. Azariah reminds Asa of Israel's past. When the people abandoned God, there was chaos. But when they sought Him, they found peace. Encouraged by this message, Asa continues reforming Judah. He removes detestable idols from all of Judah and Benjamin. He repairs the altar of the Lord in front of the temple. He gathers people from Judah, Benjamin, and even those from Ephraim, Manasseh, and Simeon, who had settled in Judah, because they saw that God was with Asa. They made a covenant together to seek the Lord wholeheartedly, under penalty of death for anyone who refuses. People rejoice, and God gives them peace on every side. Asa even removes his grandmother, Maacah, from her position as queen mother because of her idol worshiping. At this point, we see that Asa was living well, experiencing victory over his enemies and thriving in all that he did. He had confidence in the Lord until we get to 2 Chronicles 16. 2 Chronicles 16 verse 1 to 8 reads, "In the 36 years of Asa's reign, King Baasha the Israel invaded Judah and fortified Ramah in order to prevent anyone from entering or leaving King Asa's territory in Judah. Asa responded by removing the silver and gold from the treasuries of the temple of the Lord and the royal palace. He sent it to the king Ben-Hadad of Aram, who was ruling in Damascus, along with this message: Let there be a treaty between you and me like the one between your father and my father. See, I am sending you silver and gold. Break your treaty with King Baasha of Israel so that he will leave me alone." Ben-Hadad agreed to King Asa's request and sent the commanders of his armies to attack the towns of Israel. They conquered the towns of Ajon, Dan, Abel, Beth Makkah, and all the store cities in Naphtali. As soon as Baasha of Israel heard what was happening, he abandoned his project of fortifying Ramah and stopped all work on it. Then King Asa called out to all the men of Judah and carried away the building stones and timbers that Baasha had been using to fortify Ramah. Asa used these materials to fortify the towns of Geba and Mizpah. At that time, Manani, the seer, came to King Asa and told him, "Because you have put your trust in the king of Aram instead of the Lord your God, you missed your chance to destroy the army of the king of Aram. Don't you remember what happened to the Ethiopians and the Libyans and their vast army with all their chariots and charioteers?" Instead of seeking God, Asa makes a political alliance with Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, by giving him silver and gold from the temple and royal treasuries. Ben-Hadad agrees and attacks Israel, forcing Baasha to withdraw from Ramah. Asa then uses the materials Baasha left behind to fortify other cities. But God is not pleased. He sends the prophet Hani to rebuke Asa, as we read. Hani reminds Asa that God had delivered him from a much larger army because Asa relied on God. 2 Chronicles 16 verse 8 stated, "Do you not remember what happened to the Ethiopians and the Libyans and their vast army with all of their chariots and charioteers?" The Lord is asking us the very same thing. Don't you remember what happened in the past? How he provided that breakthrough? How he delivered you from that situation? How he turned that incident around for your good? Don't you remember? When we find ourselves in difficult and trying situations, instead of attempting to figure things out for ourselves, we need to remember. Remember all God has done for us thus far. God is not a man that he shall lie. He is faithful to his promises. If he said it, he will do it. And if he did it before, he will do it again. Psalm 77 verse 11 states, "But then I recall all you have done, O Lord. I remember your wonderful deeds of long ago." One of the simplest yet most powerful steps you can take is to remember. Personally, I love journaling. It's one of my favorite ways to reflect. Whenever I'm feeling discouraged, I'll go back and read old journal entries. I sit with them and remind myself, Dwen, we made it through. That God brought us through. I remember how hard that season was, but look at us now, we're okay. Remember how far God has brought you, as his word promises that he will never leave you nor forsake you. So be encouraged and know that all things work out for the good of those who love God and who are called according to his purpose and plan. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing a powerful moment when God showed up in your life. Let's keep encouraging one another in faith, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.